So, what is the best physical setup for esex and sleeping on mic? I never hear people talk about this, so I really want to bring it up to get the ball rolling so that there's more discussion. Recently, I've been looking to optimize my setup, and there's just so many options. For example, you can just raw dog it with your phone dry on the speakers. You can lay back and put the phone on your chest or maybe like next to you on the bed. But the problem with this is that it can get too loud and you just no longer have that privacy because you don't have earphones or a headset. So maybe you're worried that someone's going to walk by your door and you're going to hear everything in 4K and you don't have a way to stop it. So then maybe you want a little more privacy, you reach for your classic wireless earbuds. But the problem with using wireless earphones is that they have the worst microphones of all time. So if you're running that setup, even if you go up to like the $300 wireless earphones, you're going to have the worst microphone quality achievable in human existence. So then maybe you say, I gotta reach for the wired earphones with the cable. The wired earphones are gonna have the microphone on the cable itself, and you can even just bring it up close to your mouth or something. But at the end of the day, when you just have the cable hanging, the microphone's gonna sound pretty far and not that good. You're also gonna be moving around, so it's not gonna sound that good. So maybe you say, fuck this, I'm gonna just leave my computer on and join Discord there. Now you got some different options. Now you can bring your headset over to your bed, but this still brings a couple of issues. The first is that the transition from sleeping to esex is going to be really rough. If you start with the esex and then go into the sleep on mic, then you're going to start with the headset, on your bed, and then I guess you switch to your phone after you're done when you're about to head to sleep. But then maybe in the middle of the night or the morning, or say you're just doing it the other way around to begin with, then you're going to be going from sleeping on mic to esex. So you're going to have your phone with you, it starts to get freaky, and then you just have to interrupt it to get up, take some time, put that on pause, just to go up to your PC, and connect to Discord on your computer, so you're switching from your phone to your computer. And then you could proceed, but as you can imagine, the transition here is pretty rough. Another issue that this brings up is that if someone is sharing their camera, for example, whether that's you or that's the other person, you're going to be laying in bed, you usually want to just be able to look at it on your phone, right? But if you're connected to Discord on your PC, then you can't look at the camera without connecting on your phone and dropping that connection on your computer. Because Discord only allows you to be connected on one device at a time. Of course, there's a workaround to this, which is that maybe you have a second account on your phone, and then you use that second account to watch or produce the camera feed. But then the transition becomes even rougher than before, especially when you're managing which microphone is muted or which account is connected. If you're laying in bed and you're connected on both accounts, one on your computer and you're just laying down, and the other on your phone, then when you're done with everything, you can't just do it like before where you're switching from your computer to your phone just by connecting on your phone. Now you gotta get up to your computer and manually disconnect it. Or you have to get up to your computer and mute the microphone. Or maybe you have to make sure you're the group call leader to begin with. That way you can manage which account is in the call. But as you can see, managing all these things and the transition itself is going to become really rough. And imagine it's not just one person doing this, but two people doing this. Now you're going to have 4 accounts in one call. So this brings a lot of problems. So maybe you say, okay, I'm still going to be connected on my computer, but I'm instead going to use a desktop microphone and have that close to my bed. And then you can run whatever headset or earbuds you'd like. The setup doesn't sound that bad. The problems with this are that you're still leaving your computer on overnight, which is bad for your computer components and electricity. But also, you're not going to have that microphone up to your mouth. It's going to be farther away off to the side. So the quality is going to be a bit worse than if you had a high quality microphone that was on your headset, because then that would be right up to your mouth. So maybe you'd have the desktop microphone in a nightstand and then you'd have to be turning towards it anytime you're engaging in the esex. For the sleep call, you could probably just look up, right? And to improve this, maybe you say, okay, let me get a microphone arm, and then that way the microphone arm is closer to my mouth, where I can at least bring it there while we're having esex, and then I can pull it away when I'm going to be sleep calling. But this seems a little risky for a couple of reasons. The first is that it kind of restricts movement, right? And the second is just, I mean, let's just say things can get messy, and I'll let you imagine the rest. You know, you'd have that big ass microphone close to like your chest or something when you're laying back. One option I attempted recently was to use wireless earbuds to connect to my phone and then use a wired microphone that's also connected to your phone. But the problem with this is that when you're in a Discord call and calls in general, your phone switches from regular audio mode to call mode. And in call mode, you can't have a different input and output, basically. You know, so if I'm using the microphone, which is going to be USB-C, and I want to use that microphone in the call, then the phone is going to set that up as both the input and the output. So I can't use my wireless earphones to listen to a call while using a wired microphone as an input to the call. I can do it the other way around, which is like to set the wireless earbuds as the call communication device, but then, like I said, it's going to set both the output and the input to those wireless earphones. And it's not going to allow me to use that wired microphone. This is like a phone setting problem, at least in Android. I don't know if iOS is the same thing or not, where whichever call device you're using, you have to use that for both the input and the output. And the thing is, the Discord app itself does not have these settings either. So you can't just go into the Discord mobile app and choose, okay, let me set this as the input, call input, and let me set this as the call output. Which is something you can do on your computer, but like I said, they don't have the setting on the mobile app. So yeah, I guess I kind of just went over the options here. I really want to get the ball rolling to increase discussion on this. Please let me know in the comments down below, you know, what your setup is for esex and sleeping on mic, or what you think the best setup is. Assume that you're going to be doing both things and that you're going to be transitioning back and forth between one to the other. You know, so from esex to sleeping on mic and from sleeping on mic to the esex. Because the problems really arise when you have to account for doing both and you have to account for that transition. So yeah, share your thoughts, share your setups below. Maybe we can all optimize our setups. And yeah, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Goodbye. The current score is 0-1.